Hey, welcome to the channel. Been a little intimidated to make something because I've never done it before, but that's even with wood turning. Never done that before either, and that was intimidating. And I can't say I'm really, really good at it, but I'm okay. But either way, when you first start, sometimes you can't afford all the high-end tools, so you get some of the cheaper tools. And since I didn't know which was cheap, which was good, which was bad, or otherwise, I wound up getting some of these carbide tools, and I mean they work. It's for a beginner. When you start getting off into bigger bowls, I should say, or harder materials, or just a lack of experience, and you get jammed, like this one here did. And you got jammed and it broke. I should say this one. And it broke the whole tip on the inside. And I put a nail in the hole here, drilled a hole, put a nail through it, and that's what held it for a while. I don't know if that was really the smartest idea to do, but it worked for the most part. And I went down to Woodcraft, and they have a lot of different pieces, exotic woods, America woods or whatever. And they have it for like $2.99 a pound. So I found some really nice pieces of wood, like this here. Don't ask me what it is, I couldn't tell you. I just know it's a hardwood. And so I decided to do a handle, but it's taken me a little while to get there because I only watched one video of how it was done. And it didn't seem hard. It just, I don't know, but I didn't have the confidence to do it. So anyways, I tried it yesterday. And I actually have to back up a little bit, but I actually made one. And it came out really nice. The handle's, better than those little cheap ones. I did bend this here a little bit. When it got jammed, it bent. So I'm hoping that it's still going to be okay to use. But, I mean, it looks decent. I didn't put no stain or anything on it or any protection over it, just left it as it was, and put epoxy. So, what I'm going to do now is make a second one, because this one here is the other one that got jammed months and months ago. And there's a screw, or the nail, that you see in it. That's how I fixed it. But now it still does, it turns a little bit here and there, which is not safe. And it messes up your, the project you're working on sometimes. Because you don't mean to get a catch, but it catches. So I'm going to show you how I did it with the second one. Now they have a little more confidence in the process. So let's get started on the second one. And the first one I did, I made a mistake and didn't drill the hole for the shaft to go into first. I turned everything, got this where it needed to be, and I went to drill the hole in here further, or in here. I wound up cracking the wood on the outside. So now I'm going to drill the hole first, get it how it needs to be, and then I'll go turn it, because if you don't, you can really mess that up. Oh, and by the way, this here is the collar here on this is a socket. Those little brass pieces that these here came with are not really thick walled. And my old sockets I no longer use are a lot thicker walled. So that works better. So I've learned from my mistake. So now we just need to drill a hole. I already have the wood marked for center. And just gotta drill the hole. I have everything marked for depth. And if you're not careful with this big boy here, yeah, it'll break your wrist and mess up your wood. I have a drill press, but this is too long to put the underneath the drill press and actually make sure it's dead center. I mean, not dead center, but going straight in, perfectly straight. So I'm taking my time in doing this. Well, there she is. She's a lot better than the first one that came out. So, yeah. All right, let's get her on her lathe and let's get turning on her. seems like I have more joy in just doing this here versus a bowl. Probably because this is going to be a tool that I can use. And I guess I'm more excited because I like learning new things and overcoming doubts or fears that I can't do something. So, yeah, that's probably why I find more joy in it. More, I don't know. I can't figure out the word to say, but yeah, I think that's why I like it the most. I guess I appreciate it more, I guess. But yeah, and just think just barely over a year ago, I wasn't able to do none of this. So, and that's not a pat on my back saying, hey, look at me. It's saying that, I thank God for the ability to do these things, but, I also thank God for putting people in place like Norma Abram, that's originally got me started doing this kind of stuff. Doug from Pole Barn. I think his name is Eric from Moon Pie Creations. I like watching those guys. And even Tim Sylvia. He said, when he says every 1 inch over, you need 5 inches back or something like that, he said. But it makes sense for as far as leveling. That's why you need longer handles. So just the plethora of knowledge that's out there for people like myself or any other amateur out there can just learn just by watching. And I thank all those guys who I mentioned, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't do this right now. And if it wasn't for God, I really would be doing this right now. So let's get started on the upper half, which is going to be here. This section here, I have to do right here. And get that done, then I got to make the, I think mine are 5/8 in circumference for the collar up here. So I guess we got to do that too as well. Alright, so what I did, in the other one, like I said, I got an old socket, and I use this here as the collar. So I marked off where I need it, so then I come over here, and I do this, and I measure it right there. So once I cut the socket, then I'll have where it'll be the collar. So now I have to take it from here over and bring it down smaller, so that way there the socket fits over it. Now it's just a matter of finessing the top here so the socket fits. And I should still have a ways to go, and which I do. So ways to go before it fit over there. But I don't have the, I don't know how to measure the inside of this here. I mean, I know it's 5/8. No, it's not. I'm wrong. 18 millimeter, which is maybe if you have 5/8. So I still got some turn to go to get this down. So I'll come back when I get it there. All right. Well, man, you guys are close. Oh, even closer. All right. Well, now I have her where she fits. Now I just gotta taper this in further so it matches up to this. Then obviously I still gotta cut the socket so it fits over, so the shaft fits inside of here. I don't know why it was such a bad day with words when there's a camera in my face. I have no idea why. It's a simple conversation. All right, let's get back to the lathe. Alright, let's put a little Danish oil on here to see what it, whoops! It's supposed to be on here, not everywhere else. Ah, that's pretty. Maybe I should do it the other one too. Wasn't going to because it's just a tool, but I got a lot on there. Woo. But it definitely looks pretty. Get some of this excess off. I don't know what kind of wood it is, but it's pretty. Alright, let's see if we can get her assembled. Alright. Gotta cut the socket, so I have the collar, the sleeve for it. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of sparks. Well, dummy me wasn't paying attention. I didn't realize that the socket turned on me. Now it looks like a whistle. So now I gotta start over again with a different piece. So you gotta get a lot of extras. Well, we finally got her. I turned it off because it was taking forever. But yeah, now I just gotta file her down a little bit on top, and then we can start mixing up some epoxy. it's weird to go from something like this here. It's very, very, very light. I mean, even with a tool in it, which is, this is my pointed one, it's still light. And I don't know, they're not really thick, they're not heavy, you know, it's not really, I don't know, it looks like it might be oak, but it's not, I don't know, it's just really thin. But this here is, the handle alone is heavier than this here by at least 3 times. And it worked out perfect. So all my feeling intimidated by doing something like this here was just I don't know, me not having enough confidence. But I can't believe how simple and easy it is to do these. So if you're one of the guys who need new handles or whatever, and your experience level is about like mine, or maybe better, or a little worse, or whatever, and you haven't tried this yet, if you need new handles, I'd recommend just doing them, because it's a lot better. This one here, the one I actually bought, it's a Robber, I think that's an L, Lorby? I think it's an L. The shaft goes all the way through to the bottom. That one's heavy. This one here, the shaft doesn't go all the way through, because if it did, it'd really be, you know, this big. But it's a lot better than what I originally had. So I'm quite happy with those. Thank you for watching, and please like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. And don't forget, if I reach 100 people, which I think is 70 more subscribers, 70 more subscribers, I will give something away. Whatever I make, I'll give it away. So please, like, comment, share. So thank you. I appreciate it. God bless. Have a great day.